History of rock and roll. Era. Slavery ended in 1865, but newly freed blacks continued to lead a hard life as sharecroppers. This newfound scene of insulation and hardship was the base of the blues. The first blues singer wandered around the South with guitars singing about their lives and hardship. The musical form used in the blues was called the 12-bar blues. This style combined European structure with African rhythm and vocal techniques. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, black Americans such as Robert Johnson sang the blues in roadhouses and juke joints. The instruments used were often guitars and harmonicas. The rhythm and blues. The 50s began with rhythm and blues, which was music played by and listened to by black Americans. Rhythm and blues used 12-bar blues chording processing and had electric sound. It was also fast, cheerful, and easy to dance to, which makes it different from the sad, slow blues. Fats Domino and Chuck Berry made rhythm and blues records, but they were listened to by mainly black Americans. The records did not receive wide airplay until Buddy Holly and the Crickets started to make inroads into the white listening audience. Also in 1955, a man named Sam Phillips discovered Elvis. Elvis was a white boy who sang black music. Even though many parents claimed rock and roll was an evil influence on youth, Elvis was an instant success, especially with teens. His good looks and grinding hips vaulted rock and roll into every household in America. Elvis had become the first rock superstar, with remakes of old rhythm and blues songs. It was the beginning of the use of drums and electric guitars. Invasion. In the 60s, British rock groups such as the Beatles and Rolling Stones began to remake old rhythm and blues songs, using more amplification. The Beatles became the first supergroup and had a very large impact on rock music. However, the Beatles had an even larger impact on young people and society in general. A fad towards long hair started a rebellion against the ways of the older generation. This idea of using music to express frustration with the ways of the older generation can still be seen today. Using a studio for recording, double taking. The beginning of studios for recording, double tracking. An English musician who gained worldwide fame as one of the founders of the Beatles for a subsequent solo career. He was shot by Mark David Chapman at the entrance of the building where he lived, the Dakota, in New York City on 8th December 1980. Lennon had just returned from Records Plant Studio with his wife, Yoko Ono. Lennon was pronounced dead on arrival at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital Center, where it was stated that nobody could live for more than a few minutes after sustaining such injuries. A local news station reported Lennon's death. Crowds gathered at Roosevelt Hospital and in front of the Dakota. Lennon was cremated on 10th December 1980 at the Ferncliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York. Ashes were given to Ono, who chose not to hold a funeral for him. The first media report of Lennon's death to U.S. national audience was announced by Howard Cosell on ABC's Monday Night Football. He died 8th December 1980. Renee Wolf. Camera, Lane Thames, and props, Sinisha Grosky. Thank you, Mr. Wilms and Mr. Swan, for teaching us all of these wonderful things like this art project. We love it. Thank you so very much.